for Davies, who had a P5 on the grid in Navarra last time out and a P5 in Aragon at the season opener. His best results in Superpole sessions this season. Cuts his way through there on Isaac Vinales on the number 32 Kawasaki, through on Axel Bassani as well. He's going to make his way now through the Lycée complex at the end of the lap. He'll be hoping this is good enough to get at least onto the third row of the grid, if not better, and he does. He goes P7. It's a 136.8, and the margins are so small from third position all the way down to 10th, less than half a second covering them, and just a couple of tenths of a second made up there in the final sector, working out nicely for Chaz Davies.
Yeah, Davies up to 7th, and a tenth of a second would have put him close to Leon Haslam's time as well. Haslam up there provisionally on the second row of the grid inside the top 5. A really good lap from Haslam to give him that chance. He's had that one lap pace over the course this weekend so far, and now we're going to see if he's able to find an improvement as well. He's just after leaving the pits as well.
Scott Redding, third place in the current World Championship standings, cannot afford to qualify down in 13th position, not with Toprak Razgatlioglu and Jonathan Ray currently sitting in 3rd and 4th places. He's up and running now on his flying lap with 2 minutes remaining here in Superpole. Toprak and Locatelli as well, the two Pata Yamaha big guns. They're into the 3rd sector and both in line to improve as things stand. We ride on board now with Toprak Razgatlioglu. He's 3rd at the moment in this session. Chaz Davies has lost his latest lap, so he's not going to be able to extend another one out. He does remain, though, in 7th position. Also a strong start to his latest lap from Tom Sykes. Brilliant first sector. 1.5 tenths of a second clear, but it's all about Toprak making his way through the final sector. On only one occasion thus far in his Superbike career has he been able to beat Jonathan Ray in a Superpole session. He's beating him at the moment. Ray hasn't started his final flying lap yet. He's halfway through an installation lap. Toprak then to set the benchmark here. It's a 1:35.784, and it is a new fastest lap. It is provisional pole for Toprak Razgatlioglu. Lowe's and now Locatelli takes P3. Then it's Sykes, Ray and Haslam provisionally on the second row of the grid. What about Scott Redding? He's now down in 14th position, desperate to make an improvement. As I said previously, hasn't been off the front 2 rows of any Superbike grid in this 2021 campaign, and he might just be able to maintain that record because that is a brilliant final sector from Scott Redding to salvage something from nowhere. He goes up into P5. Tom Sykes crosses the line. It's not good enough to topple Razgatlioglu. He's a tenth of a second back. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Some dust kicked up there at turn 1. Wonder whether someone might have run wide or run off. Toprak is continuing on for a second lap here, but it's Luca Myers then who has gone down at turn 1. Did see the dust kicked up by the gravel, and that tends to mean one thing. Myers has gone down, and the riders who haven't yet passed that point are going to lose what will be their final lap, because surely there'll be yellow flags being shown in sector 1. Toprak had already passed that point, but the lap's begun to go away from him in sector 2. He's a tenth of a second down. I think Alex Lowe's and Jonathan Ray should have, hopefully for them, passed that point. Leon Haslam certainly has. Good laps thus far for Leon Haslam on the number 91 Honda. He's into the final sector now. He's only a tenth of a second down on provisional pole. Michael van der Mark has just relegated Haslam down to 8th position. It's good enough for P7 for van der Mark on the BMW. His BMW teammate Tom Sykes up in P2. Haslam to the line at the venue where he was last a pole sitter in the Superbike World Championship 6 years ago. It's good enough for P5 for him. 1:36.258, just under half a second down. Now it's over to the KRT duo. Alex Lowe's is going to have to do something very special in this final sector if he's going to improve on P3, but he's got Jonathan Ray for company behind him, looking to take a record 8 consecutive Superbike pole positions. Ray versus Razgatlioglu in the championship and in Superpole here in Magny-Cours, and he's done it, Jonathan Ray, by a tenth of a second, a 1:35.683 for surely his 5th pole position here in Magny-Cours, and to continue his unbroken run of pole positions in 2021, a new record in the Superbike World Championship.